Hello Mr. Clarinets, and thank you for joining me for today's Clarinet 2 tutorial. Today we're going to be learning Blinding Lights and we're going to be focusing on verse 2. Before we get started, please make sure that you've completed the physical warm-up with myself, Miss Bissell, which is on YouTube. Please make sure that you've warmed up with the A natural minor scale. If you're not sure about it, then please follow the tutorial video, and remember that you can pause or rewind at any point during this video to cover anything that you need to revisit. So let's get started, but before we do, let's warm up in the tonic key of A natural minor. We're going to do nice long notes, and we're going to practice doing crescendos and diminuendos. So for 2 beats, we're going to increase, and then for 2 beats, we're going to get quieter like this. So getting louder and quieter. Whole bar in, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. The reason why we're doing that is, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, we've got lots of long notes with lots of crescendos and diminuendos. So let's have a look at the music that we've got in front of us. Just to remind you, to start off with, in the blue box, we have got all of our Kadai sounds. The first column has got what the notes and what the rests look like. Then we've got the Kadai sounds, and then the final column tells us how many beats each of them are worth. The next thing that we've got is some underlined bars. So if you can see things that are underlined in green, it collates with the periometer. So green means that it is mild, it means it's easier. If it's like this yellowy, orangey colour, that means it is medium, it's going to be a bit more complicated. So let's have a look at the first green bit. And also, as you can see at the top, it says in unison with clarinet 1. So all of the clarinets play this melody. So first off, let's say the Kadai signs of this bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. T, 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 T. Excellent. Let's now say the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, G, A, G. Let's say a mime. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, G, A, G. Let's play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, let's make it sound even more professional by adding in our articulation. So we're going to slur between the A and the G. It'll sound like this. Let's try it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, now considering that's quite simple, we spent quite a bit of time on it, but as you can see, we actually play that 3 times in this piece. So it's worth investing time in more trickier passages, particularly if we're going to play them again. Let's now jump to the next mild section, which is here. So can we just say the Kadai sounds once? Don't worry about the tie on the D. Here we go. 1, 2, ta, ta, ti, ti, tu. Excellent. Now try and figure out the notes. Just take 5 seconds to figure them out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, A, E, D, D. Excellent. This time we're going to add in the tie. So because it's a tied note, we're just going to say tie. So it'll sound like this. Ta, ta, ti, tie. Can you try that? Let's just make it a little bit more complicated before you try it. Let's add in the moo at the beginning. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ta, ti, tie. Great. Can we try playing that on the note G? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Just take 5 seconds to figure out the other 3 notes. Very good. Here we go. Say the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, A, E, D. Great. Let's say a mime. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, A, E, D. Play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, really, really well done. Now, the final bit that we need to figure out before we go on to our long notes is this bar here. So we've got ta, ti, ta, ti, ta. Now, we warmed up with our A natural minor scale with that rhythm a while ago, so we should be quite confident with that now. Can we play all of those, that whole passage on a note E? So thumb and first finger. Ta, ti, ta, ti, ta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now let's try playing it on an A. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try playing it on a G. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally on a B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really good. Just take 5 seconds to figure out all the notes in that bar. Yes, exactly. You were right. There are the notes that we just played. So we've got B, G, G, A, E. Let's say it all together. B, G, G, A, E. Very good. Let's say a mime. So all of our fingers and our pinkies and our thumbs down for a B. 1, 2, 3, 4. B, G, G, A, E. Great. Let's try playing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really, really good. Well done. So now all we need to do is go right the way from here to here, putting those two ideas together. So you've either got the first two oscillating, and oscillating just means moving between two notes, the oscillating motif between an A and a G. We've got our funky rhythm motif that we've been warming up using our scale. And then finally, we've got our tie motif. So here we go. Careful of the rest as well. I'll give us 2 beats in. Fingers on an A. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And then actually when you see your music, it then goes back into the verse again. Right, we've now covered that bit, which is fantastic. Let's now have a look at the final section, which is these long notes below. So it's super easy. We're just playing these long notes. The first one, we're playing a B for 8 beats. The biggest challenge that you're going to have is not running out of breath. So make sure you're taking nice deep breaths. And we also need to do our crescendos. So we're starting off at pianissimo, so really, really whispering. And we're crescendoing up to mezzo piano. So I'd say mezzo piano is an average speaking voice. And then diminuendo again back down to pianissimo, then back up to mezzo piano. And then the same in this line here, but instead of it being on Bs, they are on As. And then in the last 2 bars here, the rhythm slightly changes, which means that the dynamic changes as well. So you've got pianissimo up to mezzo piano, back down, pianissimo and back up. The main thing to remember here is that you are accompanying. No offense, but your part is not that interesting here and it's not that important. You haven't got the melody, you're just adding to the harmony. You're making it a bit more flavoursome, making it a bit more interesting, but imagine it's sort of a bit of a secret, okay? So let's try it from bar 77, I think. Here we go, ready? Anyway, on the Bs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Not hugely exciting, but it is going to make the whole piece sound a lot more interesting. So I think you are now ready to play with the backing track. First one is green. It means it's mild. It's a bit easier. The tempo is slower. Here we go. Get ready. Fingers on an A. Good luck. I'll give you a whole bar in and 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Really, really good, everybody. Well done. If you didn't quite get that, then please pause the video, rewind and practice it. If you're ready to move on to the medium level spice, then let's give it a go. I'll give you 2 whole bars in. Fingers on an A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Yes, absolutely fantastic, everyone. Well done. If you need to pause the video to practice the medium level tempo, then please do. And that's it for the whole of this piece. You've now covered every single section, which is really, really fantastic. The only thing to remind you is that all of the backing tracks of all of the different tempos are available on the YouTube playlist, so you can practice them. And if you are able to play this and you feel really confident about it, then why not have a go at playing the clarinet 1 part, which is a bit more advanced. But really, really good work, guys, and I really, really hope that I'll see you very soon to play this as a big orchestra.